It feels a while since I've done a live, and during this pandemic time I've been very much in a sense of quiet. And then this week lots of things were starting to happen, people were contacting me, etc. And it felt a time to pick up things, and I felt this weekend is going to be enormous, energetically, absolutely enormous. And I plan to do this live this morning before all sorts of things will be going on. Lots of things will be online, and if I record it this morning, it'll be available for anybody that wants to pick up on it. I'm going to talk a little bit about the energies at the moment and a little bit about the energy behind this Blue Lotus Flower. And then I shall do a meditation when we go into the energy. So I'll be online for a little while. And sometimes I do short chats because I don't know if people listen to them, but I listen to all sorts of people's chats. So welcome. Lovely for people to join me. And I think some of you will watch this live and some of you will catch up, hopefully. And there's going to be some, I'm writing a new Lotus Blossom healing modality at the moment, so that will come in possibly next week, maybe the week after. I want to practice with some of the healing first. So today the 19th, Venus and Moon are in conjunction for the first time, and this new moon that comes in tomorrow is in Cancer. So we've got Venus in retrograde still, and it was this brand new cycle that started last week. I'm on this new 8-year cycle of the Venus, and you know how the pattern goes, how it does the pattern as it goes round with the sun. And we've also got Mercury's in retrograde, and Mercury came in very much for me last week. You may know that I connect and attune with Amanda Lawrence on a Sunday morning on the Glastonbury tour, and I saw like a little Mercury, I saw a little angel cherub in the clouds above the tour, and I knew that was Mercury. And it's interesting that Mercury's gone to retrograde because that often messes us all up or confuses us, but it's something that happens. And then tomorrow we've got the summer solstice, and the new moon's in Cancer, and this, we're moving into Cancer very soon too. And so it's very much a time for the solstice with the suns and the sun god. And I'm going to talk to you about the Blue Lotus Flower sun god later. And it's the longest day, and I love the solstice. It's a very special time of year for me. My wedding anniversary is on the 23rd, and we had our 25th wedding anniversary on wedding renewals on the 21st of June 5 years ago. And I always love this time of year. It's just very special to me. And then on Sunday, on the 21st, we've got this eclipse. And even though we're not going to see it here in the UK, it will be visible in Africa, understand, in Asia and Southeast Asia. So there'll be that ring of fire that they talk about that will be in the skies. And moving this thing into Cancer, we're moving into Cancer, of course. Cancer is a very sensitive sign. It's all about family and well-being and roots and where we belong. And there'll be lots of questions coming up about where we belong. I know they've started with me. I've not been doing so much online spiritual work lately, and there's a calling. It's coming back, it's calling me home. And it's a very important eclipse. It's very sensitive, and I said that, and it represents mother and child. And I'm not necessarily an astrologer, so I just pick up on different things people send me, but I'm very much into the sensitive, the feeling, the energy. So you might expect an emotional time, and a time of tenderness. It's Father's Day this weekend, and I've got my daughter coming home. And the thing is, you need to think about this time is, what do you need? You may be looking at shadows in your family, or you may be just looking at what everything is that's in beauty. And the energy with this flower is all about creation and beauty. So I've just got some notes here. So we're connecting with the Blue Lotus Flower. Now there are two flowers, and with this energy I've always connected with the blue, they call it the Blue Lotus Flower, and it's very it was used for such a lot in ancient Egypt, but also I was told when I was starting to write more about it the other day, it was in India too, and there is a blue lotus in India. Now often the blue lotus is often a blue water lily. Both grow in the water, and there are two plants, but I was told this morning we've got this same energetic signature between the two. The two want to come up today for this energy that is of right now, and they both grow in the waters and in sacred waters. And the blue waters, you think about the waters of our earth, of the springs, the spas, the sources of waters, the streams, rivers, canals. Canals are man-made, but they still carry water. Our lakes and oceans. And, water is the giver of life, and it also is the taker of life. So throughout time, water has been sacred to us. It's very important to us. And these flowers are a beautiful reminder of life that grows in the source of life. We ourselves are 80% water. And, we live on this blue planet, don't we? And here on Earth, we have our waterways, and this is what I wanted it was coming to me anew this in the last few days. Amanda Lawrence was talking about the Blue Galactic Highway. Well, I've seen that, and I'm going to explain when I saw that, and how also it's connecting to the water energy. So here on Earth, we've got all these different waterways, and water is spirit, giver of life, source of life, and it's interconnected in so many ways. And this is like these blue energies, the blue energies of the cosmos too. So it's like as on heaven as on earth. So we're thinking about on earth all the waterways, and then in the cosmos there is this beautiful blue frequency, like galactic highway. And when we connect with the universal life forces in that energetic, I'm saying that now somebody else's word is the galactic highway, but I believe it's like a cosmic frequency. And I often talk about vibrations and higher vibrations and light vibrations, and that's how I feel and sense things. And this is all part of the energetic frequency. And I have to, it's so annoying with the dogs. I get so frustrated doing these lives. Hi, Tina. I'm just going to go and see what they're doing, who they're barking at. Won't be a minute. I find so frustrating doing these lives with my dogs. There's nobody even out there. Shh. Be quiet. There's nobody there. Quiet. Quiet. I resorted to recording audios for meditations in the shed to try and get away from it. I really need a quiet, peaceful place. So in all things, we have the animal kingdom as well, and they're feeling like they want to come in. So we're talking about the plants and the cosmic energies, and then we've also got the animal kingdom and the insects as well. And there we have it. As much as I plan to try and do a live and get the house quiet, we have the dogs joining in, and I do exasperation, honestly. And if it's not that, it'll be somebody making a cup of coffee, and oh, it is to live in a life with beautiful dogs. So when we connect with the water, we're also connecting. We're connecting on earth with the water, and all sorts of ways we connect with spirit and energy. And as I said, I'm often talking about vibrations. My two are like, oh, taking me out of that lovely little car into what are they doing? And there's also energetically in the energy, there is this galactic flow of frequency of energy, and it's, you know, it takes us in the etheric realms, and the blue energy frequencies flow from, like, show us a reflection of flowing with heaven and earth as this reflection, as above is below. And it's very much as a deeper, and as when we connect with these blue flowers, these blue lotus flowers that we're talking about, we are connecting with the heavens as well, you know, sort of connecting with the water, but we're also connecting with the heavens and that flow of energy. And we're connecting with source, gods, light beings, ascended masters. I work very much with Mary Magdalene, and she will be overseeing what we're doing today. And the blue water lily as the energy of lucid dreams. So the ancient ones believed that when they connected, they used to drink the blue water lily tea. They used the tea, they used the flowers in many ways. They dried them, they made oils, they made essences, they put them into the baths, and they did them in so many ways, and I'm writing about that in a manual. And this was a role for the priest and priestesses. And so, but with this flowers, so frustrating, them little dogs. Feel like saying go to, well, I can't say go to grandma's because I don't have grandma anymore, which is sad. So these flowers are all about creation, and they're about beauty, creation and healing, and they come from the waters. And in the heavens we have this cosmic realm, and I was talking about that before. Now the thing is that several years ago I had a regression with a lovely lady, and I went into a life and through death, and when my soul, my essence joined, it like left my body and went up, and people talk about a tunnel, but for me I joined a blue stream of light, and that flowed, and through that I was transported to heaven, and I was met there by a guide. Oh, thank you, Tina. They are cute, but they are annoying. Luckily I wasn't in meditation then. And I was joined these blue strands. So I'd seen this in this regression several years ago, when I'd seen this blue network in the sky that took me and transported me to heaven, and took me. And this is what some people call the galactic highway. And you'll read there are quite a few people really going into blue at the moment because it's really prominent at this time. And to me it feels like the waterways we have on the earth and this galactic magical highway we have in the cosmos, and they're blue to me. This is the energy that I'm working with at the moment. A few weeks ago I was working with the emerald ray, but this blue's coming so strong this week, and wearing blue. I've set up a blue water bowl for today with, I think the candle's gone out, and there's blue flowers in there, and I've even put blue tablecloth on, but blue is one of my favourite colours, so it's very much throughout my home. And I've also got my blue ankh. I'll talk to you. I wear this, but I use it as a pendulum, etc. This is how I understand it. Like, the blue is an interconnective life force, energy, vibration, frequency of all things. And these flowers that we're working with are about creation, beauty, healing, and connection to the light. And they help us connect to the light beings. And I work very closely with the Council of Light, with some different gods and goddesses, ascended masters, Mary Magdalene, Jesus, Isis, and many others. And these flowers grow in the water, and they open up in the morning. And this energy is very much about the morning energy. And as they open up like this, there are many Egyptian pictures. I'll have to post the painting my sister did, and there are like pictures. You see this flower, and often presented on the head like that. And they open up to the morning sun, and they capture all the light rays from the sun, and then they close up again at night. And it's very beautiful. If we could watch that in slow motion, it's beautiful. They just open up in the morning, taking all the light, and this is what we're going to do in our meditation, and then bloom again the next day. So today we're going to connect with the blue water flowers, connect deeply with the sacred waters, and so that you'll receive guidance from the waters, and connect to the blue light beings in the cosmos, and receive blessings and guidance from them. So in the meditation, I'll take you into the water garden, immerse yourself in the blue flowers, connect to them and the water, then also go on a little journey to connect to the cosmos in the galactic highway, and see the beings of light, to receive a guidance from them. And we've also got the Rose Ray with us today, and Mary Magdalene will be part of this. And I usually work with Egyptian things with the goddess Isis, and I've been working with a new god with the water flower, and it's a young god, and it depicted the sun god. He was a sun god, and sometimes he was called Nevertum, and he sometimes is associated with Atum, and he also with the sun god Ra, and is predicted as a youth, a young boy, as a god, with the flowers on his head like that. There's a picture I've posted with him, and he comes in with the blue ankh as well. I did post a picture of that, and I've got a blue lapis ankh. I bought this which I wore when I received my High Priestess final initiation, and I've often got it around when I'm doing my meditations. And this Blue Lotus Flower came into me about 2 years ago, but I've had an upgrade with it, as you do. I mean, you'll probably find that many of you yourself, you get this upgrade. I've had another upgrade. This came in, this Blue Lotus Flower, with some white flame energy, which I have taught a couple of people, but I really need to make it more accessible to teach more people, because it's massive. The white rose and the blue and the white flame, and this blue lotus comes in with that energy, comes in with sort of Egyptian energy, but it's ancient energy, but it's new for our times. And I really need to, I wanted to make it complicated. When I first received it, people said, can I share this now? Like, sometimes we do these transmissions, and we share them in our priestess groups. And then somebody was saying, well, can I teach that now, or share it, attune people? I was very much like, this is my baby. So there is some stuff on my website about it, and I made it overly complicated because I think I was still downloading I know I've had a couple of upgrades with it. I've had a gold ank with it, and then I've had this diamond light that's come in the last 2 or 3 weeks. So there are, things are evolving and adding to. So you feel like you've got it now, and then you get more. Now, before I do the meditation, I'll just show you a couple of things. I picked a card out of the Lemurian cards for this session, and the one I've got is Rainbow Child. And it says, unstoppable, new earth builder, multi-talented, miraculous alchemy. But it is very much in the blue. And I love the way that it's got the rainbow and lots of different colours, because I do, for me personally, I work with lots of different colours. I work with the white flame, I work with the pink bliss, I work with about 7 or 8 or more different rays. And I have advertised that I'm setting up the amethyst flame healing for the beginning of July, and that's a meditation, and you can tap into it for 7 days, and that's a free offering. But I do work with, as I say, I had the emerald ray coming in, and there's a gold ray. So, sometimes there are separate rays and separate energies from them. And sometimes we build them all together, like say with this one, I've got a flower and there's a crystal with it, and it's not necessarily a ray, this one, because it's more about the energy with the flower and the flower guardians. Now I'm doing a flower healing course, and I connect with different flower guardians, and that is fantastic. It all blends into the channeler, the medium, the seer. Okay, I'm just going to turn that music down. Is that music in the background a little bit loud? Can anybody mention? Is the music okay? I don't think there's 3 people on. I'm not. Is the music okay? To me, it's a little bit loud. No, not. Oh, great, thank you. Right, so I'm going to show you a couple of pictures, and then I'll get into the meditation. Brilliant, thank you. This is a picture that I often have around. It's like an altar card, and this is by, I'll read up here, but I know it's Shelley Sophia Crawford. Now, she does a lot of work with Mary Magdalene, and she has the blue ank. Thank you, Sally, back music. And the lion. Now, the lion, this, I need to print a picture of this guide that's coming in, this Neverton Egyptian guy, because sometimes he's seen as the lion, and I felt his energy came in a lot with Christ as well. And this sort of like, we've got the Mother Mary and the roses, so we've got that energy. Pop that in the window. And then I've got another picture that Mary Rose sent me, and that's a picture of in blue of Mary Magdalene. I think I'm going to put that in a frame because it's nice, or get it laminated, one or the other, because it's lovely. Okay, so hopefully the dogs won't bark. We've been through that. So I'm going to take into meditation with the Blue Lotus Flower. And as I said, we're going to connect with the flower, with the waters, with the source of life and creation, and also with the galactic highway and the light and the blue light beings. Now, there's also something I've read about different soul groups. If people have done hypnotherapy and regression, there are different soul groups of beings, and there are blue soul groups as well. And that's something that I was reminded of. Okay, so I've also got a stone here, like a blue stone. We're all in the blue today. But all these things are tools. Just the energy, the essence of the Blue Lotus Flower can just bring all its magic without any pictures, tools, flowers, bowls, etc. We don't need all these other things, but they do sometimes add to it. Okay. Right, so take a few nice deep breaths. Make yourself comfortable. You may wish to lie down or sit down, whichever feels right, and just gently ease away. Just do a little body scan and sensing if there's any tension anywhere, and just breathe into it and relax. You want to make yourself as fluid as you can. As we connect with this beautiful blue fluid energy, just feel into anything that might be anything in your knees or your ankles, and just relax. Taking some lovely deep breaths and just relaxing. Letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go. Just releasing anything. If my little dogs come in and make a noise, I'll just pause. I'll take you a little bit deeper, just so you can focus and stay within the light. I'd like you to imagine that you're standing under a shower of white light, and just bringing in universal white, beautiful light, flowing all down and all around you. And as you do so, you're just feeling more relaxed, and going into the beautiful space in time. And within this shower of light, close your eyes and close them again, so you've closed them within the physical world, but also within the inner world inside. And just feel movement as the tube of light now becomes a transporter, and you are transported into ancient times in Egypt, and you are transported into the water gardens next to the Nile. And now open your inner eyes so you can see the beauty of the gardens that you are within. There are troughs full of water, all channeled out, and the water is filled from the waters from the Nile, but the waters are held, and in each of the troughs, the water beds, there are flowers, full of flowers. And make your way to the blue lotus and the blue water lily flower beds, and you see them growing out in the water. There's the softest blue in the lotus, and the water lilies there growing with them. There are 2 flowers in this that we are connecting with. And just pick one of the flowers. And now see yourself in the middle of one of the flowers. You are surrounded by the blueness, the soft energy of blueness. Blueness becomes all of you, surrounding you. And in the center of the blue flower, see a doorway opening. And we are going into the doorway. By the doorway, see, all dressed in blue, Mary Magdalene. She is our guide and oversees all in the name of healing for your highest good, to receive energy and guidance for your personal journey with these blue flowers. And she opens the door for you, and you step inside into a blue temple that resides within the flower. And just spend some time now just absorbing the energy and the essence of the blue flower, feeling a sense of everything is possible. And you may feel a sense of creation awakening within you. Mary Magdalene is going to give you a message, and you may receive a message from the blue flower too. It may come in a word or a symbol, and just hold that within you. The message is just for you, for your spiritual being, your life, your essence. And just take a few deep breaths and go a little bit deeper. And just go deeper into the blue, and you are now dressed in blue. Blue is all around you. And you're feeling the essence of the flower. And healing may flow to you wherever it is needed. Just ask for the healing and you shall receive it. Just coming to you now. And Mary Magdalene has an ankh in her hands. And this is the key of life. And she places the blue ankh in your hands. And it's a symbol of a key to opening deeper within you. And you may take the key and notice there is another doorway within the blue temple, and place your key in and open the door. And as you go in, you realize you are in the cosmos. You are on the edge of the cosmos, and it's perfectly safe. And the blue energy rays of the galactic highway is before you. And take another deep breath. And invite blue sparks of life and visitors, guides from the blue realms come and join with you now. You may see your guides. You may see Mother Mary or Mary Magdalene, she's with you. You may see Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron. You may see anyone from the galactic realms. And let them come forward, and one will give you a message now. Maybe a word, a picture or symbol. However you receive it is personal to you. Just receive that now. Holding that. And being aware of how your soul essence is part of this universe, of the galactic cosmic world, but also of the life on earth. And just being in that space now. Being in that space now. You may have visions. Whatever comes to you later, feedback to me in whichever way you choose. And just feel that now, just drawing back. You are amongst the stars, you are of stardust, you are of the stars. And see that midnight sky. just now take a few deep breaths and go back through the doorway, back into the flower temple, taking some deep breaths to ground again, and through the doorway into the flower, and out of the flower into the garden, and stepping back into the white transporter. And we're going to count to 10 as you come up through the white transporter back into your room where you are. We're going to take it slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come back now, wide awake. Come back now. Feel your feet firmly on the ground. You may need to take a drink or have something to eat after this. And come back. Come back now. I hope you enjoyed that journey. It's very special. Something absolutely new. New to me anyway. New. You can go back into the flower temple anytime. And if anybody wants to feedback or leave any comments in the comments, yeah, that's good. And yeah, so it's gonna be a fantastic, energetic weekend. And if you're feeling like everything's getting very emotional, ground. Go walk in the garden. If you're feeling that there's things coming up in your families and energy, ground. You may want to have a grounding stone with you. I'm just going to close the session with my willow. I've got these things I've made from willow, and this is very simple. Collected this willow from my garden, from by the river, and I've been using it a lot lately. And we just close in sacred space down, round, take your roots right down. I've been loving this willow. Got this willow. I also made this other thing, which is supposed to be, look, I've got to cut it down, I think. It's like a little rattle. And every time I rattle it, something's coming out of these little things. Little seeds are in there. And this is my bard stick for my druid thing. It's my speaking stick. Really could do with that in our house when we're having a conversation. Who's holding the speaking stick? So I've made that. I'm going to try and make some more. It's got little bells on it. It's not brilliant, but it's my own. And I'm making a staff. Something else I'm going to make. Little thing. Anyway, God bless you all. Leave your comments and I'll reply to them. If you're interested in being attuned to this as a healing modality, let me know. You'll be able to use it a bit like a Reiki attunement. If you've got, you can use it as healing modality like a Reiki attunement. You can also use it in the flower essences or manifest the essences, so it can go into creams, skins, into healing bowls of water, all sorts of things. Oh wow. Oh, lovely. Somebody said they'd message me. Yeah, you can private message me and I'll message you. Tina, you've said about the figs. I'll private message you about that, and the same with Sally. The figs sound beautiful, and they are a beautiful fruit, and they do feel like. Now, sometimes the blue water lilies were shown with food. And I'm going to tell you, I'll message you about that, and I'll give you a little bit of insight on that. That's lovely. I'm going to sign off now. And thank you for joining me. And the people who join me and catch up, please let me know what you receive, because this energy is so vibrant and it's so now and it's so current, and there's going to be a lot of it over the weekend. There's going to be lots of energy coming in, and ground. God bless you all. We've just got Archangel Michael come in. He's brought his energy with you all. Thank you for joining me. Goodbye.